What's up, everybody? We're back with another new episode of the Last Wave podcast. We dive into topics like ghosts, UFOs, cryptids, nerd stuff, and conspiracies. As always, thanks for listening. It does mean a whole lot. Check out our Facebook page if you haven't already. Also, we do have a Patreon page. If you don't know what that is, well, it's like a subscription service for content creators. You can go to patreon.com and look us up there. I have everything set real super cheap. It's like $1 or $2 a month, or $5 a month. You get exclusive content and a shout out as a producer on the content. Same name and photo on everything. A lot of cool stuff on there, as well as the Facebook page. I mention a lot in episodes certain pictures or videos, so I try to post them on there and try to keep everybody, that's a good way to throw out the extra content that's kind of fun. And, if I find an article or something, I put it on there as well. So, yeah, check that out. Also, we just started a Twitter. We do have an official Twitter. You can look us up on there, the Last Wave Podcast. So, we're basically on everything. So, you can follow us everywhere. And, I don't know, we're branching out pretty well. So, today, this episode is going to be a little bit different. We're getting into, the fall time of the year. It's a good time to talk about this. So, I decided to start like a little list. And we're going to be doing 20 scary movies I bet you've never seen. So again, it is that getting that time of year, getting to where the weather's getting a little cooler, hopefully. Leaves are falling and Halloween is fast approaching. Now, as I have said lately, if you read the updates and posts on the Facebook page, I am looking into at least a part-time co-host as well as adding some friends for other series. One thing we have chatted about are their paranormal interests and favorite scary movies. What I am going to do is watch a buttload of scary movies this month. I plan to review them for you, at least enough to know whether you should watch them or not. I don't plan on spoiling any of them, so think of this as a what to watch kind of list for the month of October. I'm trying not to do mainstream movies like Conjuring and Annabelle, everything that's big in theaters right now. So be warned, we are going to have gore, scares, and seriously scary movies. Not, like I said, not mainstream stuff. So be prepared. First on the list, and the only two, and I probably do 4 episodes of this. Probably try to split up 4 or 5 episodes, or 4 or 5 movies each one. We'll see how long the episodes go. But first on the list, and the only 2 here that I have seen previously, because I really want to actively watch new ones, but I thought these 2 should definitely be listed because they are 2 of my favorites. The first one is The Fourth Kind. This movie dropped in 2009, and I have only watched it once. Honestly, that is all you need. It is one of the better found footage-esque, style kind of movies. It centers around a small town called Nome, Alaska, allegedly based on true events. Always a good way to start off a horror movie. Well, what happens is a fair number of people in the town go missing. Some return but have no idea where they were or what happened. After the FBI investigates and gets nothing, a psychologist gets closer to breaking the case open when, under regression therapy, some of the townsfolk begin remembering alien abductions. This leads to some really unsettling, documented, in air quotes, interviews, because it basically looks like a real life interview. The better part of the movie is done like a documentary, so it just really makes it all, way too real. Some of the footage is allegedly real and yada yada yada. So the interviews cross into very uncomfortable territory, and reactions throughout the course of the film are, they vary a lot from just regular interviews to people screaming and doing all kinds of stuff. Like I said, you only need to see it once because some of it is pretty jarring. But the whole part about going down the rabbit hole, so to speak, as the psychologist tries to unravel the truth, that's a big part of the movie. Let's just say, again, it's one you just need to see and you need to make it through to the end. And then you'll know why you only need to see it once. So this one is definitely a must watch. It's one of my, if not my favorite scary movie of all time. So it's just one of those, it sticks with you. Second on the list is The Witch. Another one to file right up there under unsettling and possibly one of the greatest horror films that I have ever seen. This one is from 2015 and follows a family of settlers as they are pushed from their settlement and into the wilderness. They have to set up a new homestead, and eventually things start to go awry. This is a fairly similar uh, story to The Bell Witch. If you know that one, I do have an episode on that. Eventually, the members of the family start to go missing. Some of them start to be affected, and some horrible things happen throughout the movie. Now, I don't mean like regular horror movie crap. I mean really, actually horrible things happen to this family. This movie is a real look at old world satanic witchcraft. It is super unsettling and not a fun time, like at all. This movie is not action packed. There are no laughs. It is a testament to your own ability to watch, as it is to good filmmaking. For any true horror fan, this slow burn has moments that will make your skin tingle and make you second guess going into the woods alone. So yeah, that one I would definitely recommend. I made the horrible mistake of going to see it on a date, and it is not a date movie. Like I said, there's no jump scares, no cool stuff. It is a for real horror movie, legit, say like satanic witchcraft. It's definitely worth a watch. It's one of those that again, towards the end, you will only need to see it once. So keep that in mind. Again, those are the only two that I have seen before writing this because I haven't watched any scary movies in a long time anyway. So I really wanted to, get out there and see what I could find, see what I could dig up. So next is Slaughterhouse Rules. The rules is spelled with a Z at the end. So this one we brighten things up a bit. This movie is one of those horror films from Simon Pegg and Nick Frost of Shaun of the Dead. So it is a light-hearted horror flick with gore and an actually interesting antagonist. Not zombies, which I expected from creatures or from them, but creatures from underground. I won't describe what they are. There is not a lot to unpack here, but the acting is pretty solid. Michael Sheen is in this one as well to add a little acting chops to it. Nick Frost's character is really great in this. Margot Robbie makes a really small random role. The main actor is Finn Cole. He's Don in the movie, and he is a pretty good, solid young actor. He actually plays in Animal Kingdom, which is a pretty good show. There is an unexpected, deeper storyline here with Asa. I don't know how you say his name. Asa Butterfield. He has a character, and between him and another student, I actually thought was pretty well done. So it was again not expected in a Shaun of the Dead style flick, but it was done nicely. And this one I would certainly recommend, especially if you start out the evening with a more serious film. Finish it off with this one, in a nice nightcap, or if you're just having, a nice little horror film session with some friends. This one's a good one to have a few drinks to, and just get the night going. So the next one, and we'll probably have quite a few of these because it's really just my kind of movie. I really love creature flicks, and you're probably going to see quite a few of them on this list, but I'll try to branch it out some, of course. This one is called The Boar. This is a creature flick from Australia, and the name suggests, you can probably figure out what the creature is. I actually quite enjoyed this movie. It's a fairly newer movie as well, so the graphics are pretty good. Um, Again, I do love creature and monster movies, and coming from Australia, I did not know what to expect. But there is plenty of gore and crunchiness in this movie. The effects are really solid. Some CGI and some animatronic work. So they blend it nicely. The audio is great, and by that I mean like the sounds of the animal. I did use the term crunchiness, so you can, if you watch it, you'll understand. But all of it's pretty well done. The acting, it was kind of iffy from some of the people, but the animal itself, the creature, really does steal the show. If I was doing a rating, I would say like a 7 out of 10. Certainly worth checking out. You're not going to get again, it's not mainstream, but That's what makes some of these movies so good. Is if you just branch out just a little bit, you'd be really surprised at what kind of quality you'll find. Again, certainly worth checking out for sure, especially if you're into movies with big monsters. Um, by the way, better than those sci-fi like Saturday night movies. I know a lot of these movies are going to sound that way. Made for they make them in like a month just to play on a Saturday night on Sci-Fi Channel. Um, but overall, again, I did enjoy this movie. Some of the death scenes actually really got me. Like I did not expect. There was one, and I was just like, whoa, it was a bit much. So there's some good parts for sure. Definitely recommend that one. Again, it's not a horribly dark, scary, serious one. So another good one to mix up into your evening. Probably not while you're eating though. But all right, so that's going to be it for this episode. This was a really fun episode to do. Of course, I am picking movies that I think would be good. I'm not just going picking random movies. I at least want to see something that I think is going to be a good scare, or the trailer looks like it's done at least fairly well. So there is a little bias, but I actually want to give you guys good quality. Like I don't want to have a review that just like this movie sucks and I wasted an hour and 45 of my life, and so I don't want to have to do that. But you again, pretty fun episode. I'm really gonna enjoy doing the list, and I'm already watched quite a few other ones and started the second part of this episode. So it's gonna be good stuff. As always, thanks for listening. Check us out: Facebook, Patreon.com, YouTube. Obviously, I'm going to be looking into probably SoundCloud and some other podcast arenas, but I'm still new to this, so just bear with us. Again, thanks for watching and listening. However you get to us, just thanks. It really means a lot, and we'll catch you next time.